So what begins well ends well. And today I want to share with you a few agreements that we use with our coaching clients to help you get the most you can from this program. So I highly recommend that you take these on, because if you're going to invest the time in this program and the attention, you might as well follow these, because this is what's going to allow you to get as much as you possibly can from it. First agreement: attend every coaching session each week. Right? We want you to be in the conversation continually, and it has to be consistent. So make sure that you do attend your coaching session every week. Agreement number 2, do your homework. Do I sound like your mother? There's a reason why she repeated herself over and over the years, because doing your homework is what actually drills the information home. Why bother listening to it if you're not going to retain it? The best way to retain information is to follow through, so do your homework. Number 3 is take notes. And I'm not talking about cryptic notes that when you look back a couple weeks later you won't know what you were trying to record on paper. I'm talking about take scrupulous notes, notes that you will be able to follow back up on years from now and know exactly what you had learned. Number 4, be a student, and not just any student, be a good student. Being a good student means that you take on knowing nothing. Right? If you know everything, there's absolutely no room for you to learn anything else. So being a good student means take on that you know nothing. Right? After you get the information, you can then decide whether or not you want to retain it. Right? But if you don't start with the fact that you know nothing, there'll be no room for you to learn anything new. Number 5, use your community. One of the greatest things about Revenue Blitz is the community that will be created. Right? The community that will support you in your objectives, and the community that you can call on to provide new insights and to bounce off ideas with each other. Definitely use your community. Number 6, stay in the conversation. This is a critical one. Stay in the conversation. There will be sessions that resonate more with you from one week or the next. There will be things that you're confronted with that might be uncomfortable. That's called growth. Stay in the conversation every week, and what will be available to you will be mind-blowing. Right? But you have to stay in the conversation. Right? Going to work out in the gym one time is not going to have you get in shape. But going to the gym on a consistent basis will have you get into the greatest shape of your life. So stay in the conversation. Number 7, practice, practice, practice. Right, we're going to cover this a little bit later on in the program, why practicing is so important. But much like up here, doing your homework, much like going up to that one, it takes practice to retain the information you're getting. Again, you're investing the time, you're investing your attention, so practice it so you can internalize the information. Number 8, invite others to join the Revenue Blitz community. So invite others in your real world, right? Not just in the internet, but in the real world to join your community. You will be surprised as to how the conversation elevates as a result of this. You'll be able to discuss each session, right? You'll be able to discuss things that you hadn't talked about before. One of the things that always amazes me is just how much of a benefit our clients find that they get when they start talking to each other. So be sure to invite others to your Revenue Blitz community. Number 9, own your outcomes. Own your own outcomes. Take personal responsibility for all of those outcomes, good, bad, or indifferent. The moment you blame somebody else for not getting what you want is the moment that renders you powerless, right? You put the fate in somebody else's hands, you are completely powerless. So own your own outcomes. In other words, take responsibility for them. Number 10, try everything. Try everything at least once. How will you ever know what's going to work or not unless you try it? And I don't care if you think that you might have tried it before, right? This time could be completely different. Specifically if you have the context of every other session before. So I implore you to follow all of these agreements, to revisit them from time to time, to allow you to get the most from this program. And I guarantee it'll be the most powerful program that you ever participate in.